Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. So in today's Death Stranding video guide, we're going to be showing you how to make a zipline network. So this is basically the fastest way of delivering multiple orders at the same time, or just delivering orders in general. Now, a quick heads up, you won't be able to start doing this until episode 5. At the start of episode 5, you will unlock ziplines. And to be honest, there's not really much point of starting this grind before episode 5 because you're just going to save so much time once you do have the ziplines. Another thing, this is a live commentated video, so I'm not sure what the quality is going to be like on this. I'm not really used to doing this. But nonetheless, what we're doing is I just finished my zipline network on the first region. And we'll actually go back and show you that once we've set up this one, just to show you the different maybe kinds of zipline types that we could make. I'm just going to delete all these custom markers. So, like I said, the first thing we want to do is unlock ziplines. So I was just about to start my zipline network on the second region or the central region, so I thought that I would record as I do it and explain a few things. The most of it is quite logical and simple, but you know, why not? So what we're going to do is we're going to try and connect Lake Knot City with Ruined Shelter. I'm not going to do Peter because he is, oh sorry, you want to make sure that they are on the chiral network. This, you can see that Peter isn't on the chiral network at this point in the story, so we're going to ignore him at the moment, because if they're not on the chiral network, you're not allowed to place ziplines within that region. So we're just going to ignore him and go straight to a Ruined Shelter, which is a bit further away, but whatever. And we're going to connect that to Engineer. Now, this one's actually kind of a perfect triangular shape, so this one's going to be pretty easy because everywhere is connected to everywhere. But obviously, like I said, the one on the first region isn't a triangle shape, so I'll do an order or two on that one as part of the video. So what we want to do is each zipline can only go 300 meters. So before buying the ziplines, we want to kind of calculate how much we are going to need. Obviously, you want to make sure that you do have enough bandwidth. You can see at the top, we've only used 1,000 out of 13,000 in this region. If you don't have enough, you can get more by leveling up the shelters that you've unlocked, or the whatever, by getting more stars with them. So I believe this one's got 2.5 stars. I'm not sure if you can even, this one, I don't think, no, this one's actually a ruined shelter. What am I talking about? We don't want to do that one. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know why they put it with the same thing. That's not even really a thing. That's like a ruined one. So let's do it with the Craftsman, which is still kind of a triangular shape. This one's kind of been better because it's probably going to be easier. So let's go with Craftsman, Lake Knot City, and Elder. So to calculate how much we're going to need, each zipline can go 300 meters, so we don't want a greater distance than 300 meters within each zipline. So this one, I've figured that though it is a triangular shape, I think what we're going to do is to save ziplines. You always kind of want to think how to save ziplines. So even though it's a triangular shape, these two are actually quite close together. So I think what we should do is a straight line from Lake Knot City until like the middle point, maybe around about here, and then we want to do like from here to there and from here to there. That way we don't have to make all the way over there, all the way down here, and like all there. Obviously, if these two were a bit more separated, that would probably be the best approach. But if we do a straight line down here, then from here we'll go from there, and then maybe put 2 ziplines from these places. That way they're connected as well. So we want to obviously place one outside Lake Knot City. We'll be doing that, but I'm not going to place a marker. So we're looking for 300 meters. So the first one's going to be, I'm going to say approximately here, because we are like right inside and we're not like outside the limits. So it'll probably be a bit further. I'd actually be a bit further away. So yeah, let's go 300 meters. A bit over 300 meters actually. Make sure we go into like the middle mark. So I think, are we going to walk 50 meters to get outside? I think so. We can actually see. Yeah, okay, we're going to walk over 200 meters. I mean, Lake Knot City is a bit of a weird one. I do recommend getting a vehicle to get from here to the first zipline. You're not allowed to build ziplines within the perimeters of the place. And obviously the perimeters are pretty big on the city. But yeah. So we're going to place a marker there. Now we're looking for the 650 mark, because like I said, each zipline is going to be 300 meters apart. So approximately there. Next one's going to be 950. Probably zoom in a bit, make life easier. And I think from here we're gonna go to the, like, make sure the last one's directly in the middle. So we're looking for 1250. There we go. Now these ones, I think we're allowed to make one more custom marker. So let's say that we're going to connect the elder first. So this one's it's a bit more complicated, but there is more than 300 meters from here to there. So we're probably gonna need one. If you can find tall mountains, that is the best place to put it. We are actually in pretty bad regions there, but once we get it set up, it shouldn't be any trouble. If you can find a high place to put it, then that's the best, because then it's less chance of there being obstacles. So that's always a bonus. So let's count. We're gonna put one outside here. So that's 1, 2 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, one outside. Make sure it's like in the middle approximately, so this will connect to that one and whatever, we're going to go that way. So it's like 7, maybe 2 or 3 here. Let's buy 11 or 12 just to make sure. So we do actually have a few on our back. I'm not sure how much we've got actually, but yeah, it should say here. So what we're after is PCC level 2. So like we said, we're only allowed to buy 10 more. I think we've got quite a lot. We're probably actually going to be a bit overkill. I'm not sure how much I've got on my back. That's a lot. Probably going a bit overkill there. But you know, it was just to show you guys how to get a rough idea of how much. Right, we're going to need a vehicle as well. I have, like, if not, just I do have one parked outside. If not, just go to the garage. Obviously this one you need a vehicle more than the other ones, because normally you would walk straight outside and you could pretty much place a zip line. But because this is one of the main cities, you do have to go outside their perimeters, which is marked by the blue thingies just here. So once we're outside them, we should be able to place one. So actually we're looking for the first marker. The first marker is actually going to be quite a lot closer than 300 meters, I think, but whatever. So we're looking for marker A. Whoa, wait, mate. Where's marker A? Did I delete it accidentally? Maybe not. Yeah, because B is like miles away. Where's A? Did I accidentally delete it? Or did I, maybe I put too many markers on the map? I don't think so. That's weird. Well, I think what we are... screw it, yeah, okay, I don't know why A disappeared, but as long as it's 300 meters, we could probably do this a bit more optimized, but whatever. So we're going to place the first one here. Now we're going to get back on our vehicle while that one's doing. I really hope you can leave a vehicle parked outside just here, because sadly that is quite a trip to the city. Normally it wouldn't be like that, but you know, the bigger cities do need, you still need to travel a little bit by foot. But the other two places we're going to should be pretty fine. So this is going to be the next one. Obviously, if you don't have enough bandwidth, like I said, I believe, like, I think each one takes up 500, right? Yeah, each one's 500. Place that one there. As long as I'm 300 meters, it's fine. So each this isn't actually the best example of it. Well, I mean, we will have an example of it once, but each zip line can actually connect to multiple zip lines as long as they're within 300 meters of each other. We will see that once here, I believe. But like I said, we'll go back to the one I did on the other region as well, which is like got a completely different shape to it as well. I mean, it's obviously impossible to explain all the different shapes in this video, because it depends what you're doing, or what region you're doing, or what places you're doing. You need to think things through to lose, or just not use as much zip lines as possible. So here we came into first thing. We need to make sure that there's no obstacles. That's why I said before, if you can make it on high ground, better. Okay, so we're going towards C. Now, as long as you can see the other zip line from wherever we're going. We should have just stuck to the road, to be honest, but whatever. Luckily bikes are pretty much the Skyrim horse. of Death Stranding. Come on, you can make that. Don't let me down. Oh, come on. Oh god. Luckily, once you've got it all set up, this won't be a problem anymore. Right, so as long as it's in free, we're gonna have to like look for. This is exactly why I said look for high places. Okay, as long as it's closer than 300 meters. So I marked C over there, but obviously that's going to have to change because there's a massive mountain in the way. Now, technically, if you took your time, you could see these kind of things. There's an option to see the terrain. Right, and I'm not sure if it's gonna, if the rend distance is gonna allow me to see that, but just here is 500 meters away, so I'm clearly miscalculating. No, wait, no, that was actually A. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, so if you walk over the markers, it will disappear. That's why B's disappeared, because I must have driven over it accidentally. My bad. Okay, so that's actually not too bad, because that way that means that we may actually be able to see the other one, because we can just place B on top of the mountain. It looks like somebody's already got a zip line here. You know, that's gonna actually come in really, really handy, because you know, the game's only just came out and there's not many online zip lines. And I believe even if somebody else did make a zipline network, you won't be able to see all of them. I think like it randomizes what you can see. So that one is actually almost identical to where I put my C marker. So we're just gonna use that one. So if we can place one around here somewhere, that can see both. Let's just see how far away we are from this one. Still a bit far away. I'm gonna put a bike down there again. I'm not sure if it's worth it. And let's just walk the 60 meters. Make sure. Okay. I mean, I like I said, I did go a bit overkill with the whole, and God knows how much zip lines I got on my back. But yeah, normally it wouldn't be this hard to walk. All right, so I believe if we go to the top of this mountain, we're getting really close to mule territory, like I did mention before while looking at the map. So if we go to, okay, we can see the zip line from here. So I think the top of this mountain is going to be perfect. I just hope it's 300 meters away from the online zip line. Obviously, the online zip line will never disappear. So unless you go offline. Now the good thing is when you're building it, you can actually see which ones it's going to connect to. So just wait. Can't put it on rocks. As long as we can put it somewhere on the top of this mountain, it'll be fine. Hopefully it will let us. Okay, there was a spot there. Okay. Okay, so here it would only be connecting to that one. How far away is that other one? No, it's quite far away by the looks of things. But we are allowed, we've got 50 meters to go this way. Can I see how far away that is? It's like I'm not sure, but we may just about be able to connect them if we're lucky. Come on, Sam. Pull your goddamn shit together. Okay, so if we can find a place where this and the other one's 300 meters away, 280. What am I? Oh no, I'm not sure. I just built. Did I just build a zipline accidentally? Oh god. I mean, we can dismantle it, but that was not a good place to build it, mate. Alright, whatever. We'll build another one here. Must have just let go of the button. Okay, so I'm not sure if that bridge. I think we could dismantle that bridge if necessary. But that now that other zipline's gonna. Right, we're gonna have to get rid of that. No, it obviously won't give you. They will give you the bandwidth back, but it won't give you the PCC back, obviously. Let's get rid of that one anyway. Now, I think that bridge is going to be in the way. It's just a shame. Oh no, hang on, actually. That is perfect. Okay, good. So it's going to connect us to the second one and to the third one. So technically we don't even need the bike. I mean, we are going to have to get it back, but the bike's closer to the other one. So we're going to wait. I was really lucky that somebody actually built a zip line very close to where I was going to, where my C marker was. And there's actually another one over there, which is probably not, I mean, maybe useful to us, we'll see. I'm sure like the older the game gets, the more online zip lines you're going to see, so the easier it will be to build a zipline network. Alright, so far we can go from the city all the way to our sea marker. There's another one over there which could be useful, I think. Not from this one. Oh yeah, it does actually reach. Okay, that's perfect. Right, so that one's over there. I mean, that's a bit... I was hoping to do... No, we're actually not going to use this one. Plus, you know, that way we won't, you know... We'll show you a bit more of what we're doing instead of just using the online ones. But we're going to use this online one. So far we've got Lake Knot City to almost... So we said we was going to go all the way to D marker, which is 280 meters away, which is perfect. Zipline distance 300. Wait, if I can get my bike back, that would be great. Where is my bike? Oh, I left it all the way over there. Right, we're walking. Screw it. Probably cut this bit out. But basically we're walking to the D marker. Right, so like we said at the start, the D marker is actually in mule territory, but it doesn't matter as long as you get to build it. Even if it's in BT territory, it doesn't actually matter. You're actually going to see that once we go back to the other one I made. Alright, so we want to make sure that it's in 300 meters of E, and or at least not E. Oh, is E close to the edge of the mountain? Approximately. Where's E? Where do we make E? We want to make sure, yeah, okay, so it does seem like it's on the edge. We want to make sure it's 300 meters from the edge of that mountain, so go a bit this way. But also we want to make sure that we can, I need to sort these cargo boxes out, it's a nightmare. Let's quickly, or arrange, we should have done this at the start, but there we go. Got such a big tower, unnecessary. And we want to be able to see the other one, which we can just about see there. So if we move a bit further this way. So it's important that it's... How far away is this one? $265, so here would be perfect if we can get away with there not being obstacles. I'm not sure if that rock's going to be a problem or not. Obstacle. Okay, here's good. We're going to come a bit further this way. That way the mountain should be within 300 meters as well. Okay, let's put it there. That should be good enough. Right, now we're going to have to get to the E. So actually that's the last one that we're going to be making in the straight line. And now we're going to make, hopefully, we can delete the markers now. And start calculating the markers for the split area. So let's start with this one, since it's probably going to be the most annoying one since it's on top of a mountain. So it's only 400 meters away, so we're actually going to place one outside. We're going to try and place one outside, like in the middle of both of these areas. That way we don't have to make two. And we're going to need one on top of this mountain. So the one on top of the mountain needs to be close to the edge of the mountain, just to see the one below. So we're going to place a marker there. And we're going to have one around about. Let's just place it on top of it. And from here, this is 500 meters, so we're going to need one around, put it on top of the mountain if possible, like I said. Another one there, and there's probably going to need two more here, but we'll get to that once we've done these. So right, let's try and get to the top of that mountain first, or to marker A. Right, so we made it to the top of that mountain and I actually realized that there's another online zipline here. But like I said, we're going to try and ignore the online ones just for the sake of the video. So this one, where's the one we just built? We literally just built this one over here. So it's 312 meters away. So we are going to have to try and get a little bit closer. I think there's going to be a slight problem here. We will need to use one more than expected. Just because of the shape of this mountain, unless we can get, maybe if we can get it here, maybe. I'm not sure exactly where the Elder is. Or not the Elder. What is the Elder? Yeah, it is the Elder. We may be able to do it. Can we place one here? 306. 6 meters. Come on, man. 6 meters. The Elder is. I don't know. We may get away with this. We may be able to get away with this. It doesn't really matter where the zip line's placed because you're not you don't actually get off of them every time. So let's try and build one here. Circle layers. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. Great. So now we're gonna put. The plan was to put one from here just outside of the Elders. I'm not quite sure. Oh, the Elders is this way. I don't know why. What's that? Oh, that must be further away. Yeah, so that's not going to be possible just because of the shape of this mountain. I mean, if we use that online one, we would be able to do that. But because we don't really want to use that, just because of the video. I don't know. Well, let's see. The Elder is just... Okay, yeah, that's fine then. Maybe we can then. Maybe, I don't know. Come on, Sam, pull your shit together, mate. I mean, there's a lot. You've obviously got to make them outside of the blue stuff, the blue parameter anyway. So if we make it, I mean, this is almost unnecessary technically, but if you are overburdened, you know, every meter is useful. So let's go ahead and build one just as close as possible. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's the online one. Okay, that's got an obstacle. Over here should be fine though, right? Okay. Close as possible. Because like we said, if you really want the 5 stars and you're going to like do orders, even if you're overburdened, each meter is very important. Okay, so let's say that this is the one from to get to Elder. So now we've connected Elder with the main city. Now, it's not like this isn't ideal just because this is like why you want to buy a few more than what you expect. But what we can do is instead of using this one to get from Elder to wherever the other place is, we could get on that one, come to this one, and then go down wherever the mountain and get to the other one. I believe it's that place over there. So technically it's fine because we can just go from Elder to this one and then go that way or that way. So we'll use this one as our kind of intersection zipline. So it's not actually that bad. It's fine. Plus this one's on top of a mountain, so it's like perfect for that. Right, so what we want to do is from here we're going to go back to the middle point one, which is this one. It's kind of annoying that the middle one was right in a mill zone, but whatever. What are you going to do about it? So from now we're going to ignore that one, but that one's definitely going to be our intersection point. I don't think that can even affect you when you're in the air, so that's fine. I'm not sure if they're going to be aggroed or not. Right, so now we're going to head towards C. Now I'm not actually sure, but we may be able to get like all the way to the cross. I'm not sure where C is, but if it's the other side of the river, that'd be great. I'm regretting leaving my bike behind at this point, but whatever. Right, so we have now arrived at C marker. Now, obviously, when you're doing the markers, I didn't really focus on the terrain, but we should be able to see that one, no problem. I think if it was a tiny bit further that way, we would even be able to see the one from the Elder, but we'll sort that out later on. Right, so let's place C here. Obstacle. Okay, yeah, that one's going to connect perfectly to that one. So no problemos there. And the next one is going to be a bit more of a pain. Actually, I think what we're going to do is, because we've got like so much left over, we're actually going to not place this one here. Because I didn't really look at the terrain behind us. I'm gonna place it a bit further back, because if not, we're going to be using a zip line here just to get up this tiny little hill. And like I said before, the higher the better. So if this one can see that other one, we should be able to bring it back. Sam, don't fall over, mate. Will you let me take this one together? My bad. This is why it's always important to get a bit more than you planned, just because terrain difficulties. Right, there's a road here. Right, so where is the actual... Okay, I believe we're going towards that place. So here should be fine as long as we're on 300 meters. Which I'm not sure we... Okay, yeah, we are. Okay, that's really good. So upgrades, I just trying to read. Okay. Cool. Right, so... let's go towards the... we should be able to place one final one. And we should have connected both areas. And then all we need to do is connect this to the Elder, which should be very easy. I think we'll probably only need... because if we use that one we just placed and the other one, instead of like the ones that are just right outside as the intersection points, we can save a few zip lines. Sure, it may be a tiny bit slower, but not really. I mean, if you think about it. Okay, so it's here. So this one, because this one's a little place, we should be able to get pretty much right out up to the door, depending on what place it is. Okay, maybe not, but some of them you can literally park it outside, as you'll be able to see once we go back to the other region, just as soon as we finish this. Okay, so this one shouldn't have any problem connecting to that one. There we go. So that's now these two places connected. So now we just got to think of the best way to connect this place to the Elder. There's kind of a lot of work and it takes time, but once you've done it, you'll just be flying from these three areas easily. And then once you like afterwards, if we want to like add the engineer, I'm not even sure if it was going for the engineer or the Elder at the start. Maybe just, did I just ignore the engineer? The engineer was so much closer for this video's sake. Whatever, we've done it now. Even better still, now the engineer is incredibly easy to add to the network. You just put maybe... so we added this one, so you put one here. You probably can get away with that straight away. Maybe like, if that doesn't make it, I think it would. Just place one outside and this one's already, this would be already connected to the network. And then if you wanted to pretty much go Elder to this place, you place like two here. Or even one off of here. Once you've got three places connected, everywhere around these places is incredibly easy to connect as well. Because like with two more zip lines, you would connect the engineer to, you could connect it to multiple places, obviously. But even if you don't connect like everywhere to everywhere, just even if you connect it to here, it's still a lot faster than walking. But anyway, let's try and connect this to this. So like instead of doing it from these like ones that are right up against it, we're gonna do like this one, which was right at the edge of the mountain, and we'll do it, for instance, with this one. So I think, if we place, I'm going to go towards that one just to check the check how much meters it is. We could technically get a vehicle here if we wanted. Should we? Let's just get a vehicle, because if not, I am going to regret it again. I hope there's a vehicle here. Yeah, cool. We'll be taking your motorbike. Thank you very much. This video is probably going to be a bit longer than I expected it to be, but, you know, I am live commenting it, so I guess it's only natural.
The paths we walk become roads, Sam.
Mate, don't start talking to me now.
Tracks you left behind, they tell a story.
Alright.
If you were a spy on a mission, you'd have failed. But you're not. So be proud of those tracks. They're proof that you exist.
Okay, mate. Do you mind?
Aid your fellow Americans, you strengthen the bonds between us all and blaze a trail for them to follow.
Thank you. Right, so we are at this one and we want to connect that one to this one. So it's only 400 meters away, so we're only going to need one in the middle. So let's just make it simple. The closer to me, the better. That way we don't have to go into mule territory. So let's place it right there. So we're looking for number or letter. C is definitely a number over there, so that should be perfect, because if I remember correctly, the one that I left on top of the edge of the mountain could see this whole field. So like I said, you know, whatever, it's in mule territory, but it doesn't really matter. Can we see it from here? It's not that one. This guy's alive. Okay, I can see it from here. So if we quickly put this down, Just make sure it's connected to both of them. Okay, that was a bit further away than I expected. God damn it, mate. I'm not sure if I was looking at the right one when I was looking at the map. I see mind. Right. Jesus Christ. So insistent in this game, the bad guys are. Jesus Christ. Okay. That one's connected to that one, and it's connected to that one. So place that down, and let's just wait. But that would be our network of zip lines would be complete, at least for those 3 areas. And then, like, you know, you could easily connect another area to the network if you wanted to. Once you get like 3 areas connected, the ones that are close by are just, you can just, as long as it's close to one of the nodes, if you want to go the simple way. If you want to connect it to multiple places, then it's a bit more difficult, but still, just connect it to one of the nodes, and that way it'll be easy. So that's network done here. Let's just see if we can do an example of this network. Even though like I said, we're going to go back to the one that I made before this, and test that one out since it is a bit different. So here we just want to, with the D-pad. Don't tell me there's an obstacle. This actually happened before. I don't know why this happened. So we're gonna have to move this one. This is why you always want to test the network of the zipline network, because this actually happened on the other one. Like, it will tell you that there's nothing in the way, but then you try it out and then it won't let you do it. I think it's because you go the other way around or something. It's really weird. So we're just gonna quickly move this one. It shouldn't be too hard because the other one's down there. Come on, Sam, mate, pull yourself together. We're almost done, mate. Hopefully move this one. As long as you can get to that one and the other one, we'll be fine. Maybe here's a good place to put it. It's that rock. Last time it happened, I thought it was my mistake, but it seemed to have happened. Oh, is this the one I made? I don't know, because I remember maybe I'm going mad. Okay, I think I may be going mad. I think the one I just tried to get to was the online one. Remember, there was an online one. Maybe we're fine. I think that one, the one we can see, is the one I built. Let's just try it again anyway. You always want to test these things a few times. Yeah, okay, that's the one I built. The other one was the online one. Okay, we're fine. False alarm. False alarm. So this one should, yep, we can go that way or that way. So if we wanted to deliver from the Elder to whatever that place is called, go that way. If we wanted to go back to the main city, we'd go that way, and then like the 2 nodes up the road we can connect to the other place. And yeah, let's just see if the Elder wants any orders delivered to either of those places. And just to show it off, just to see if it works properly. It should. It should. That was just a false alarm. Technically, we're a bit over. We should get rid of the extra ones. But it's not important right now. Right, would you like anything delivered? Watch, you know, he wants engineer. Like I said, engineer, okay, yeah, craftsman. And, you know, if he wants anything else. And, oh, look, lake not see, we'll take both of those. Okay, yeah, we'll take those 2. Because the network is complete. Just load it on. You know, it doesn't really matter about weight at this point. Because, like, I mean, if you do go completely over the top, it would be advisable to have a vehicle close by, especially for the big city, because the outskirts is like a bit further away. But here, luckily the zip line's incredibly close by. And it's definitely by far the easiest way to do multiple deliveries or just one delivery. It almost seems like it's a bit OP. I'm not sure. I don't think they'll nerf it, to be honest. But yeah, so let's go to the I think it's the craftsman, which is the closest by. So first we're going to go this way. You know, like I said, it may seem a bit, you know, slow when you're doing it, but yeah, it's so much faster than anything else on the game. And the good thing is, like, not only is it faster, it's the safest way. Like, there is no safer way. You can't really get hit by BTs, you can't get hit by mules. Well, I'm not sure unless they've got incredibly good aim, but I'm not even sure if that really does anything. And yeah, there's really no reason to not do this. This is going to save you so many hours. Like, if you're going for the platinum trophy and you're trying to do everything 5 stars, start doing this as soon as possible. Even if you just leave one every now and then while you're walking around, it will come in helpful. I'm sure one or two of them will come in handy once you do sit down and decide to make the zipline network. It will save you so many hours, like probably 100 hours of just walking around, because you can see how fast it is compared to walking, and just how safe it is, really. Don't have to worry about BTs ever again. So we're going to make this delivery. And again, you know, package is going to get there on time. Package is going to be 100% safe, no damage at all. There's just no better way of doing this. Yeah, well, right. Just gonna put it up to a left 3 stars, hopefully. You're pretty much guaranteed to get an S rank, you know. Gonna get the bowler gun level 2 for getting this guy up to level 3. Oh, we got Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, nice! I didn't know that was. I do know that there is a few Horizon Zero Dawn Easter eggs in the game, but I didn't realize that that hologram was. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Okay, so now we've got that guy up to 3 stars.
Just so you know, I've put something aside for you.
Oh, more presents. Okay, I'll take the presents, boy. What is that? Custom grenade. Oh, you can wait. You craft an Wait, can I customize it, or I am discovering so much. Oh, yeah, we're cool. And now, like, even here, like, if we're doing these 3 areas, like, if we're trying to get these 3 areas to level 5, like, we know that now we're, for instance, going back to the city, so we'll just, like, you know, check whatever orders he's got, just in case. He has got one to Elder, so we could do that on the way back as well. We do have one for Lake Knot City, so let's go ahead and accept that. So, yeah, we may as well take his as well. I don't want this. I know. No, this video is not about that. Everything you back, and we are ready to go. Like I said, I'm going to be showing you the other network I built on the other region, which is, you know, a bit different shapes than this one. But, you know, you get the idea. It's all just about calculating the best places to put the zip lines, and just so you don't have to use an incredible amount of zip lines. More than anything because of the bandwidth limit. Obviously in the central region there is, I mean, we've done a lot of the story on the central region with this guy, so it's got a lot of bandwidth, more than enough. Plus the central region's huge anyway, so you kind of need a lot of bandwidth. I'm not sure if I'd have enough bandwidth at the moment to cover the whole thing. So, you know, like, here we go. Here's, want to go to Elder? Go that way. Want to go back to the city? Go this way. It's that simple, really. Like we said before, if we wanted to place the I think it's the engineer on our network, that people must be fed up of being on networks. Like, oh, you want to join the UCA? Oh, do you want to join my zipline network? I think he's over there, but one of these like nodes, let's just call them. I think it's this one, the online one that we used. We could, like, you can see the blue over there in the sky. Like, we could pretty much directly connect that guy to the network just with one more zip line. It's so fast though. It's even faster, like, I'd say it's probably just as fast, if not a bit faster, than using the roads. Plus there's no effort, you don't have to control the guy or anything, it's just press X and the direction you want to go every now and then. And plus, you're 100% going to get there in time, and, you know, the package is not going to be damaged in any way, so, yeah. There's just no downside to it. The only downside is putting the time in to build the thing. Like we said, this video is actually going to be quite a lot longer than I expected, but obviously it's a live commentated video. I wanted to just explain as much as possible and kind of just record so you guys could see how we did it in person. Now this bit's kind of annoying because it is a massive city, once we go and show you the other network on the other region, there isn't a massive, well, I mean, there is one, but we don't show that part of the network. We show a different part of the network, and you can literally, you're going to see that we literally place them outside of like the buildings. It's a bit annoying because like if you leave a vehicle outside, like next time we come here, we leave a vehicle just there, and that way every time we come here, just try and keep that vehicle parked there as much as possible. But yeah, we're here. We can go ahead and give in the order. So our network, well, that part of the network, those 3 places are connected with a zipline network. So now we're just going to quickly go and hop over to the other network I built and do a few orders so you can see the different types. Right, so now we're going to do another example, and we're actually going to be doing some deliveries. So we're going to be starting off here in the first region in the distribution center west of Capital Knot City. Now I'm coming back here because I've already got a complete zipline network. So I'm just going to do a few orders just to show you how this would work in real time. So we're going to get 2 orders. We're going to grab the one that will take us to the wind farm. And we're also going to get the one that goes to the musician. So 2 orders that are in this region. One's, you know, the musicians are very close by. But the wind farm isn't so close by. And the wind farm actually has a really annoying area with all the PTs. And it's actually, by the way, quite hard to set up a zipline network where the wind farm is, just because of how much trees there are. But I've managed to do it eventually. And we did complete it, so we're just going to head out. We don't really need a vehicle or anything. Obviously, a vehicle would be good if we are overloaded and we just don't have enough, like we just literally can't run at all. Because obviously the vehicle would take us to the first zipline, even though it's like a few meters away. But, you know, I've done a few orders and deliveries where I'm literally over encumbered and I can't move at all, just to get as much out of the way as possible. And in that case, it would be good to grab a vehicle from the garage, even if it is just to come to our first zipline, which I made a bit over here. The only reason I made it a bit further away is so that you can go from that one to that one over there and not really waste time. So first let's go to the musician, which is the closest. So let's grab our first zipline, which is just here. Obviously you can make it closer if you wanted. If you start punching, mate, that'd be great. Okay, so we're on our first zipline. Like I said before, ziplines work it's not always just one zipline to another. You can go to multiple ziplines as long as they're in 300 meters and there's no obstacles. So we're going to go to this one over here, which is the one that I set up towards the musician. And like, even if we did go to the wind farm first and we're on the way back down, we can actually, I believe we can go from this one to that one and then back up to the wind farm. So it's always nice to make like a triangle, but I'll show, I guess I can show you that now on the way back. So we're going to go to this one towards the musician. I mean, like, this probably doesn't even look that quick, but trust me, it is by far the quickest way. I mean, some of the vehicles with boost may be just as quick, but obviously you're not going to make it up mountains as quick as with this. You literally just ignore the BTs, the rain, everything. And obviously you can't do that with a vehicle. As you can see, I've set it up right outside the door. You obviously can't put it in the circle, but I've put it right next to him. And yeah, we're going to make this delivery in pretty much record time. I'm not sure if this one's the one that's on a timer or the one at the wind farm, but nonetheless, okay, I believe it's the other one that was on a timer. But nonetheless, we're doing this one really quick. And even though we're doing the wind farm 1 second, we're going to still be doing that one on record time thanks to the zipline network. So thank you very much. We're going to go up to 5 stars maybe. Give me that S. Yeah, 5 stars. Okay, so we got more bandwidth. Obviously bandwidth is important, just like I said before. New color for the cap, and we can now rest there, and a few other things. Okay, cool. And now from here we don't even need to go back to the original area, since like I said, we did make that triangle, and we're going to get the star from doing the 5 stars with this settlement. So that's another star to leg. Alright mate, stop talking. We're trying to make a video here. Thank you very much. Right, so now from here, obviously in a more realistic way, if you was trying to get all of the settlements up to level 5 as fast as possible, you'd look at that guy's new order, and maybe one of them's the wind farm one, so we would basically take that no matter what the weight, because it doesn't matter how much weight you've got. So like I've said before, now instead of going back towards the distribution center, we're going to go up here. I made a little bit of a triangle here, depending on where we want to go, because from this one we can either go up to the wind farm, or we could go towards Port City. I believe we can just see the zip line over there to the left. So it's always nice to make a little triangle for all the areas. It pretty much happens almost automatically, because like I said, even if you don't do it on purpose, as long as the zip lines are 300 meters or less, you'll be able to travel from one to the other. So chances are that once you start getting close to 2 settlements, you'll be able to do it even if you didn't try and make a triangle. So we're just going to head up the mountain, head towards it. So this was actually quite tricky to get zip lines to be able to connect to each other with all the trees, because though you can go through the leaves, you cannot go through tree trunks, and yeah, it was a bit of pain, but we did it eventually. Kind of just moving them around randomly until you see the blue line. But yeah, it's a bit complicated. Not many areas are going to be this complicated, but yeah. As you can see, there's BTs in the area, but it doesn't actually really matter, because they can't touch us up here. I'm going to go over here. I do wish I would have made one slightly closer to the actual terminal here, but because of all the trees, I kind of had to put it here. Any further this way would have just been out of reach of the other one. Obviously I could make another one here, but it does feel like it would be a bit of a waste of bandwidth. Though, you know, if you're not going to build anything else, you could... Actually, no, you couldn't even make it that much closer because of the radius of this place is so big. I mean, if you are, like, over-encumbered, you could just, like, come over here, get the truck, go back, walk in normally, and then take everything. Is this bike seriously not going to let me past? Come on, mate, who parks like that? Okay. And, yeah. This one is the urgent one. Is this not the urgent one? I think this is the urgent one. Emergency fuel.
Delivering cargo.
Or maybe I already, maybe I didn't, I don't know. Maybe I already had another one that was timed based.
Always good to see you, Sam.
Oh right, yeah, okay, you mentioned how fast we were, so it was a time one. And you know, it's almost guaranteed that you're going to get S rank on all of these as well, just because it's pretty much impossible to damage the cargo unless you damage it accidentally, get into the first zip line. But once you're on the zip line, it's impossible to damage it. You're going to do it in record time. So it's pretty much guaranteed that you're going to get S rank on all of them. And now, since you've done it, you can check new orders. For instance, if there's any, I mean, I'm not going to accept any of them here, but you know, if there's any that you're interested in, go ahead and accept it. And, you know, if you've got a full zipline network, you can literally just whiz around doing it until you got 5 stars on everything. So, yeah, that's pretty much how a zipline network works. I mean, it's pretty simple if you think about it. But nonetheless, guys, hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, please go like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.